Ethyl ethanoate is a colorless liquid which boils at a temperature of 77. It can be prepared by reacting ethanol with ethanoic acid. So when we mix them together, as a result, it will produce ethyl ethanoate. The procedure is shown given below. An outline procedure is given. That first we took 20 cm cube of ethanol mixed with 20 cm cube of ethanoic acid in a pear-shaped flask, and anti-bumping granules are used. So what is the purpose of these anti-bumping granules? It prevent uneven boiling, or it does not prevent the formation of a large bubble. Then add 8 cm cube of concentrated sulfuric acid. The purpose of a sulfuric acid, it is a catalyst for this reaction with a cooling, because when sulfuric acid is mixed with these, the reaction, like a violent reaction is there, highly exothermic. That's why we should cool. Then set up the apparatus for reflux. Then we set up apparatus for reflux, and the flask partially immersed in a water bath. Then heat under reflux for 15 minutes. Why in water bath? Why not Bunsen burner? Because ethanol is a flammable liquid, it can catch fire. So that's why we are using a water bath. Then allow the apparatus to cool, and then rearrange the apparatus for distillation and collect the distillate up to 80 degree. Give a reason why anti-bumping granules are used in step 1. What is the purpose why we use anti-bumping granules in step 1? So it provide an uneven, reduce uneven boiling or prevent formation of the large bubbles. The large bubble does not form. Suggest a reason why a mixture is cooled as concentrated sulfuric acid is added. So when we are adding concentrated sulfuric acid, that reaction is highly exothermic, which release the heat energy. So whenever a reaction is releasing, otherwise the rate of the reaction will be very high. So what we do, the reaction is exothermic, that's why we add sulfuric acid by placing in a cold water. The reaction is exothermic, giving out heat energy. Then give a reason why a flask is heated in water bath rather than directly. So again, that I'm not using a Bunsen burner or a flame. So the reason is that because ethanol is highly flammable, it can catch fire. So ethanol will catch fire. That's why we are not using. It's a flammable liquid. It can catch fire when it is exposed to the flame. Then give a reason why mixture is heated under reflux in step 3. So normally, why we carry out heating under reflux? Because to make sure that the substance mix, or to increase the yield, or to prevent the loss of the volatile substance, that's why we use reflux condenser, or to make sure the vapor condenses and prevent the vapor from escaping, or increasing the yield, or so the reaction goes to completion as well, because it's a reversible reaction. So reactant can form a product can decompose, form back the reactant. So the purpose of using a reflux condenser is to prevent loss of reactants, or to increase the yield. Then ethyl ethanoate is purified as follows. These are the steps we use for purification. Place the distillate from step 4 in a separating funnel and add sodium carbonate. What is the purpose of adding sodium carbonate solution? Is to remove any trace of acid. Then shake and set. Why we are shaking it? Because when sodium carbonate react with acid, it will give carbon dioxide. So that will produce, like, pressure will be built up. So we should just tap, or we should shake, so that the gas will be removed, the carbon dioxide gas will be released. Allow the layers to separate and then remove the lower aqueous layer. Lower aqueous layer is there, that we discard, and then transfer ethyl ethanoate to a dry flask. And anhydrous calcium chloride, it is a drying agent, it remove any trace of water, and leave stand for 30 minutes. So if you leave it for 30 minutes, so it will, the because the water will be removed, so the solution will turn from cloudy to clear. And pour ethyl ethanoate into a clean pear shape, and distillate is collected, pure ethyl ethanoate. Identify the gas released when sodium carbonate is added. So the gas is carbon dioxide, CO2, but you should not write CO2, you should write the name of the gas, that is carbon dioxide. Then describe how releasing a pressure in the separating funnel in step 5. So how we can release the pressure for the gas which is given off, the carbon dioxide gas is given off. So normally we hold the funnel upside down, like we inverted this funnel and open the tap. So funnel is there, it is like hold it upside down, remove and open this, or place a bung. We can place a bung here at the top, or removing the bung from the top. So if we have a separating funnel, so this is a similar to like a burette, but separating funnel is much broader as compared to that of burette. So if the bung is placed at the top, we should remove that bung, or we should invert it and open the tap. So either invert this and open the tap so the gas will be released, or we place a bung, like if a bung is placed at the top, so time to time we should open the bung to allow this gas to escape. Give a reason why anhydrous calcium chloride is added. So that is uh, a drying agent. It remove any trace of water. So it is used as a drying agent. Suggest a reagent that could be used as an alternative to anhydrous. So name any other drying agent. We can use sodium sulfate, as we did the last question related to anhydrous. Sodium sulfate or calcium sulfate can be used, or even silica gel you can also mention. So anhydrous sodium sulfate. Give a suitable temperature range for which we collect a ethyl ethanoate. As you can see in the beginning of the question, the temperature at which it boils for pure ethyl ethanoate, it is 77. So when we select a range, at which range we collect this, so like it can be 2 degree less and 2 degree more. Like we can collect from 75 to 79. In this temperature range, we will collect this ethyl ethanoate.